good and great movies being released every single month than anyone can possibly hope to keep up with. And sad as it is to say, many of them simply end up getting lost in the shuffle. And so often it's the more provocative and offbeat films which end up rising to the top, especially if they have the good fortune to go viral per the sheer absurdity of their premise. That's quite likely to be the case with the following 10 upcoming movies, each of which are rocking wildly off-the-wall concepts that'll immediately garner the attention of, well, just about anyone. I'm Ellie for What Culture, and these are 10 upcoming movies with insane premises. Number 10, Death of a Unicorn. A24's new horror comedy Death of a Unicorn looks absolutely wild, revolving around a man, Elliot, and his teenage daughter who accidentally crash their car into a unicorn, seemingly killing it. Before long, Elliot's bosses seize the unicorn's body and attempt to exploit its magical, apparently cancer-curing properties for their own material gain, only for another vengeful unicorn to show up and start wreaking murderous havoc on them. The first trailer sells this movie as an absolute riot, and probably the strangest project that either Paul Rudd or Jenna Ortega has ever been involved with. However, this isn't to ignore the film's crackerjack supporting cast, which includes Richard E. Grant, Will Poulter, Anthony Carrigan, and Téa Leoni, the latter of whom spouts the instantly meme-worthy one-liner, "That horn was rather girthsome." Even though A24 is currently attempting to break into more mainstream commercial fare, it is a relief to see that they're still helping unhinged original ideas like this get made too. Number 9, By Design. The latest project from indie filmmaker Amanda Kramer has one of the most hilariously inspired premises of any movie due out this year. By Design follows a woman, Camille, played by Juliette Lewis, who falls in love with a chair she can't afford, and inexplicably swaps bodies with said chair. Because honestly, why the hell not? And because that's apparently not insane enough, here's the delicious punchline. Everyone ends up liking Camille better as a chair. For anyone who claims that originality in Hollywood is dead, here's your answer. That's about as attention-grabbing as movie loglines get, with the rest of the movie unfolding as an existential black comedy where Camille ponders whether life is better as a human or as a chair. While it's of course not merely enough to come up with a fiercely unique idea, it's easy to have faith here with a supporting cast that includes Mamadou Ajay, Melanie Griffith, Samantha Mathis, Robin Tunney, and Udo Kier. Number 8, Bugonia. Bugonia is the latest film from the brilliant Yorgos Lanthimos and will again reunite him with Emma Stone for a remake of the 2003 South Korean sci-fi comedy Save the Green Planet. Much like its inspiration, the remake revolves around a conspiracy theorist beekeeper, Teddy, played by Jesse Plemons, who kidnaps a high-flying pharmaceutical company CEO, Michelle, Emma Stone, amid the belief that she's actually an alien in disguise who is plotting to destroy Earth. Oh, and Alicia Silverstone is playing Plemons' mother, no matter that Silverstone's barely a decade older than Plemons, and the pair basically look the same age. What more do you really need to hear about this one? Lanthimos' track record speaks for itself, and if you're desperate to know precisely how wild the story gets, you can always just go watch Save the Green Planet, or in a pinch, read the plot summary on Wikipedia. Number 7, In Memoriam. Bleak though its title might sound, In Memoriam is actually a dark comedy about a terminally ill veteran actor who becomes obsessed with ensuring that he's included in the Academy Awards In Memoriam montage following his demise. Per the film's brief synopsis to date, this wacky setup will give writer-director Rob Burnett the floor to explore ego, humility, and legacy, with Mark Maron seeming like a perfect casting choice for the central role. Given how Oscar viewers complain year upon year about how even prominent actors are snubbed from the In Memoriam segment, there's certainly a fantastic kernel of an idea here, especially while wrapped around a wider study of vanity and how we as a society choose to remember late artists. It's certainly a premise that's only likely to hit with a particular type of viewer, that is, those dialed into the whole annual award circus, but as a wholly original satire of both Hollywood and human nature, the potential speaks for itself. Number 6, Presence. Steven Soderbergh continues to cement himself as one of the most versatile filmmakers working today with his new project Presence. a horror film told entirely from the first-person perspective of a ghost as a family moves into the house that they occupy. Reviews from Presence's premiere at 2024's Sundance Film Festival largely praised the film for its unconventional approach to the haunted house genre, focused less on cliched supernatural hooey than the inquisitiveness of a spectral entity observing a family going about their lives. To commit fully to the bit and never once break from the ghost point of view, with scenes captured through long, roving single takes, is certainly a bold choice, even in a genre as permissive as horror, and should help Presence stand out in a crowded field. If nothing else, it's a clever and innovative lens through which to remix an apparently played out horror concept. Number 5. Good Fortune. Aziz Ansari's directorial debut is nothing if not a fascinatingly balmy concept for any filmmaker's first movie. Keanu Reeves will star as a low-budget angel, Gabriel, who attempts to convince a down-on-his-luck man that money won't solve his problems by swapping his life with that of his employer, Jeff. However, Gabriel ends up being proven wrong, as the man's life is indeed changed for the better by the switch, causing Gabriel to not only lose his wings, but be sent down to Earth to live among humanity as added punishment. And then the story goes even further by having Gabriel become roommates with Jeff, all while the ramifications of the life swap continue to unfold around them. That's a lot, and sounds like fertile ground for a writer as talented as Ansari to deliver one of the most unique and flavoursome comedies of the year. Number 4. Rena. As weird as the prospect of a Jeremy Renner biopic might be in the year of our Lord 2025, no, that is not what Rena is. This sci-fi thriller stars Frankie Muniz as the title character, a tech whiz who develops an AI to help him win the affection of the neighbour he has a crush on, Jamie. However, it turns out that Rena inadvertently programmed the AI with the personality of his overbearing, manipulative mother. The Freudian implications of the plot here basically speak for themselves, with director Robert Ripberger stating that the darkly Freudian script is precisely what drew him to direct it in the first place. While this surely won't be a mainstream comeback vehicle for Muniz, that will most certainly be the recently confirmed Malcolm in the Middle revival, it does rock one hell of an amusingly provocative premise. And with the great Marcia Gay Harden voicing the maternal AI, you know she's going to run away with the whole damn movie. Number 3. Untitled Trey Parker Slavery Musical. South Park co-writer Trey Parker has never been one to avoid pushing buttons, and his untitled upcoming comedy is clearly designed to do just that. The film follows a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum when he discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his own. Though concrete details beyond this are thin on the ground, such as who will actually be starring in it, Kendrick Lamar has been spotted shooting scenes for the film, in addition to serving as a producer. Also, rumours suggest that the comedy will be a musical, which, given Trey and producer Matt Stone's prior works, isn't terribly surprising, considering the duo's prior successes using the musical form to explore myriad tricky subjects. They've got a better chance than most of making such a thorny, unwieldy concept work. Success or failure though, a musical comedy about slavery in 2025 is going to be one hell of a spectacle, alright? Number 2. Novocaine. Because starring in Amazon's hit superhero series The Boys apparently isn't enough insanity for Jack Quaid, he'll soon be leading the bonkers action thriller Novocaine. Quaid plays a sheltered bank executive by the name of Nathan Kane, who suffers from a rare disorder, congenital insensitivity to pain, which makes him unable to feel physical pain. And so when Nathan's girlfriend is taken hostage in a bank robbery, he springs into action, using his imperviousness to pain to his advantage as he attempts to rescue his girl. That's certainly one hell of a way to elevate the typical nerd becomes unlikely action hero premise, with the trailer making it clear that the film's deranged comedic through line will revolve around all the horrible injuries Nathan suffers without feeling a single pang of pain. And of course, there's the insane wrinkle that just because you can't feel pain, it doesn't mean you aren't suffering seriously debilitating, life-threatening injuries, which the film will hopefully also explore. Number 1. The entertainment system is down. And finally, we have the new film from Triangle of Sadness filmmaker Ruben Östlund. The entertainment system is down takes place on a long-haul flight where the onboard entertainment system fails and the passengers are forced to face the prospect of a most horrifying outcome, being really, really bored throughout the flight. The concept should naturally provide Östlund with plenty of ammunition to satirize our contemporary reliance on technology and apparent inability to simply sit still and enjoy the silence. Better yet, the star-studded cast includes the illustrious likes of Kirsten Dunst, Keanu Reeves, Daniel Bruhl, Nicholas Braun, and Samantha Morton. In a recent interview, Östlund revealed that the production even purchased a real-life Boeing 747 within which to shoot the film, rather than relying on a hollowed-out extended shell as most movies shot inside of planes tend to. Would it surprise anyone if this off-the-wall setup led to Östlund's third Palme d'Or win at Cannes in 2026? I don't know.